Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gina with Icad Index Card a Day number 5. I am using a card, like all my cards are 4x6, and today I thought I'd start with another color. I'm doing green. Well, I'm using up my white first, my pink actually, and then I'm going to add some green. Again, my goal for these cards are to keep it simple, to not, to keep it short, and to try and use as little colors to keep my color palette very simple. So instead of using 3 and 4 colors, or let me say 4 and more, I'm trying to use at least 2 for the very most 3 colors. So far I actually have been enjoying it, only using the 2, sometimes 3, but mostly 2, and it's been fantastic. Today I'm doing green and brown, and as I got to this point, I wasn't sure what to do. But I realized that I like not knowing what my next step is going to be, and just as I add something else to the page or to the card, I can just, my mind is like, oh, let's do this. So I do that. Yeah, I really love that about when I am creating. I have always liked it. Planning is cool. It is, and it can be very effective, but I really enjoy, because sometimes even when I do decide to plan, my ooh, let's do this usually takes over. So I did some Islamic writing and I scraped into the card. Look at that. Did you see that? It's just fantastic. And of course, because I did that, I didn't want to cover it up. So I am going to organize a focal point now. I'm using an playing card and I'm going to cut out a heart and try and make it look similar to the card, but obviously different. After I put the brown here, I was like, wow, that's dark. I mean, dark brown and black is not the best choice, but I I was just thinking black to help it stand out on the card and brown to help it tie into the card. So when I realized, okay, this is not working, okay, here I'm really trying to unclog my bottle and I got stuck in the process, but that's okay. It happens. Who said creating isn't dangerous, right? But anyways, yes, so I decided, okay, let's add the white to help give it a pop. I dried it mostly and then it was taking too long, so hence the smudge, but I kind of liked it. I did end up cutting it off though, and I love actually the Islamic writing with the brown and the white. But because of the white, it helps it pop a little more. And I thought, okay, maybe I don't want to use the actual heart. I just want the negative from it. So I'm trying my best to figure out where I could put this. But because I love the writing that I did on the card itself, I didn't want to cover it up, especially the part that had the white in it. That turned out so nice. And I couldn't figure out where to put it to help it pop and also to not cover up, those juicy writings. I just really liked it. And I kept thinking maybe if my heart was a bit smaller, maybe if the card itself was a bit smaller, it, yeah. So I'm cutting off part of the top of the card now, trying to make the card smaller but still have a nice frame. And I don't know, I couldn't figure out how and where to put this, but I know I really wanted it because I liked how it looked. And I'm trying to figure out maybe if I put it on partially on the card, that might be cool. But I didn't like how it was looking, so I brought in the other heart. And I thought, okay, maybe I could actually combine it. That might be cool too. But this part of doing the card, it kind of, I think I started to get a little bit frustrated. So I thought, okay, let's start over. So I got in a new card and I thought I'm going to make some smaller hearts. I did the same thing. I painted it black and I wanted it to dry quickly, so I just took the baby wipe and I, put it over it to suck up some of the paint, and I love the texture that remained. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I need to do this again. And then I put green over it because I wanted to scratch into this card and so I could see the black underneath. And even though I love the texture of the black, I did not think that I would have covered it up so much, but I wanted to do this. I thought, okay, let's do some smaller hearts all over the card. And I just scratched into it. And I thought, yeah, this is pretty cool. I thought these scratches would have been looked quote unquote deeper, but this is fine. I guess it's to give the illusion. And then I thought by the time I cut it out anyway, it probably wouldn't look like hearts. So I don't know. But this is my attempt at making it smaller. And I guess by the time it's done, it just looks like squiggles on the heart instead of actual hearts. I don't know. But I liked it. I like the colors. I know green hearts, because green is associated with envy. So it might seem as if, ooh, this is an envious card. But then again, somebody might really like green and they might be, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't know. I think all sorts of things when I'm doing my cards. So here I'm trying to incorporate my hearts. I still was trying so hard not to cover up, especially that left side of the squiggle. So okay, I looked around and I saw these pieces of paper. Well, it came out from a drawing book. And of course I kept the edges because I just find it so cool. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it to fit in because I really like it and I feel like it could work on a card. So I'm trying to get it to work and still not cover up my asemic writing. But it was hard. And then I thought, okay, let's just add the card and give it a flow, a base. So that is how I ended up using these pieces here with the holes. And I thought, okay, I think I'll do that because the squiggles on the left, we could still see them, which is fantastic. And then we could still see some squiggles on the top, which I wanted. And we still have some nice clear space in the middle with the green. And I thought, yes, this is what it is. This could work. I like it. So I'm struggling to kind of stick this down without moving it. Because when I move things, they don't usually go back in the place that I left it. When I was like, yeah, this is good. And then when I stick it down, it's like, wait a minute, that's not how I had it. But anyway, so I'm sticking it down and it's cool. It's nice. I like it. I'm pleased. The only thing is I find that it was too plain, or it's not really white paper, it's more cream. But you know what I mean? It's just too on a page. So I'm going to add some color to it. I felt that I did add a bit too much, but it was still better than how it was, in my opinion. So I had some nice texture coming down below there, and I felt like this was cool. I like this card so much. I love the texture. And there we go. Thank you so much for watching day 5 with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!